Yo, Raw&Uncut, and we're back with another video. I guess my camera's having a hard time focusing in on me, but there it goes. Yeah, we're back, and I want to touch on this Shohei OHTANI gambling scandal. The ex-Anaheim Angel, big-time signing by the Dodgers, right? This guy's a hell of a player. But it's come out over the last few days that this guy, $4.5 million of his dollars ended up in the account of a Southern California bookie. He's basically a bookkeeper or whatever, a bookie for gambling and all this. Ended up in his account, and that bookie's already being surveilled there's already surveillance on him by the FBI. So they saw this and made the connection right away to Shohei OHTANI's interpreter, which everybody knows the whole scandal going on with him right now. I don't need to tell you. If you're watching this, you already know. But the reason I'm touching in on this, because if this is true, then there's some things that need to happen right here. But let's watch this. I have not seen this video. It just popped up. We have not watched it. If you know me, this is Raw&Uncut. We react to them raw. We don't watch them and then come back to them, whatever. We give you a raw reaction. So let's get into this, man, and let's see what this is about right here, and we'll give it a reaction. By the way, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing, thank you for tuning in, thank you for being here. For those who's been here from the jump, I salute you. Gracias. For those that just got here, thank you as well. For those that got here and left, thank you too. Make room for everyone else. Thank you for being here, for taking your time. Let's get into this, yo.
Playing the Shohei OHTANI gambling story in 40 seconds. Yesterday, the Dodgers fired OHTANI's interpreter and longtime friend Ippei Mizuhara. Mizuhara allegedly incurred $4.5 million in gambling debt, and those debts were paid from OHTANI's bank account to a Southern California bookie. Keep in mind, sports gambling is still illegal in California. Now, the latest version of the story is OHTANI's camp is accusing his interpreter of massive debt, and OHTANI had no knowledge of the gambling. However, the day before, there was a much different version of the story. Mizuhara saying OHTANI was aware but not happy, but he did decide to pay off for $4.5 million for him. The interpreter adding he never bet on baseball and that.
Okay, let's get this straight. When they found out about when the federal government found out about the money and was traced back to this dude's account, and who the guy was that had it in his account, had it transferred to him, and it connected it its gambling debt and its betting. Now they're saying, was he betting on baseball? When we talk about betting and betting on baseball, there's one name that comes up, and that's Pete Rose. Because Major League Baseball ostracized his ass. They got rid of him. For years, they wanted nothing to do with him, and rarely do still. They ain't put him in the Hall of Fame. All kinds of junk. All kinds of garbage. To me, they went really, really hard on Pete Rose. Let's keep watching this, and I'll touch more on that. Let's get back to this. Yo, Raw&Uncut, raw reaction. Shohei OHTANI's gambling scandal. Let's get into this.
A much different version of the story. Mizuhara saying OHTANI was aware but not happy, but he did decide to pay off for $4.5 million for him. The interpreter adding he never bet on baseball and that OHTANI made the payments directly because he didn't trust Mizuhara to not gamble it away. All right, let's time to deep dive this subject.
Yo, that's a lot to take in, bro. Wow. Sounds like the dude's lying to me already from the jump. Let's get back into it. He sound like he's lying.
One other thing, now they're calling him a thief, OHTANI's camp. They're making Mizuhara retract his stories. We welcome in Tom Giles, our Red Sox insider, John Tomasi. Buy this story, Tom Giles?
Not really. I'd like to, because
I know.
Because if you buy the story, then Shohei OHTANI is a very nice guy who was maybe paying off the debt. Actually, I guess now the story is that
he stole it from him.
So that story is really not good for anybody. It doesn't feel like. I guess it would be good for Shohei OHTANI. Maybe keeps him out of trouble, but.
Wow. So they said one thing, now they said another. First he said he paid it off, Then he said he didn't, that it was stolen from him. This is all bad. This is all bad. And I'm going to say something. For what they did to Pete Rose, an American sports baseball fucking legend, Charlie Hustle, there are rappers named after him. E40 Charlie Hustle. Charlie Hustle is Pete Rose, the hit king. Most hits, Major League Baseball history. And they ostracized him, put him out of the game for supposedly betting on baseball. Oh, well, we don't know if OHTANI bet on baseball or not. No, gambling, period. You said if you go back and watch when Bud Selig did all that stuff to Rose, it was no tolerance. It didn't even matter if he bet on baseball, the fact that he was engaging in it, period. Bud Selig went hard on Pete Rose. And these old, rich, hickory-dickory-dock motherfuckers kept Pete Rose out of the game and kept Pete Rose out of the league, kept him out of Cooperstown, kept him out of the Hall of Fame. They've denied him so much that you got to do something with this OHTANI motherfucker. This is garbage. If we're talking the integrity of baseball.
So that story is really not good for anybody. It doesn't feel like. I guess it would be good for Shohei OHTANI, maybe keeps him out of trouble. But if you're looking at the story where he paid off the debt, that makes him look like, maybe he's just a really nice guy who, was trying to cover up for.
Apparently, that though is a jailable offense. It's called wire fraud. I don't understand the details of that, but Tomasi, it's just there's too many moving parts. There's too many law firms and PR guys and spokespeople now interjecting themselves, forcing stories to change. Mizahara saying, I can't comment on that. I've been told not to. Well, who has been told not to? We don't know. Something stinks in suburbia.
Oh my God! So you asked Giles, do you believe his story? It's like, which story? I don't.
Damn right, something stinks in suburbia, ma'am. And it's this whole bull, this whole BS story that OHTANI is giving. Which story do you believe? How do you believe it? He's already lied. You cannot believe anything this guy says. So, if you're Major League Baseball, what do? For the way you came at Pete Rose years ago about the integrity of the game and the league, and no one is bigger than the league, you got to suspend this guy. This guy should be suspended immediately, and there should be further investigation. But I know what they're going to do to keep people watching. They're not going to suspend him. There will be further investigation. One of two things is going to happen. Either this story is just going to go away. They're going to pay a bunch of people to just shut the hell up. Somehow, some way. Or there's going to be further investigation and he's going to be playing while it's being investigated, and it's going to be a big old circus, and it's going to be cameras, nonstop paparazzi, nonstop television on OHTANI. Everybody's going to be watching. Distraction. It's just another distraction. Hey, chill out. Little pups over there trying to roll each other up. They're fighting with each other over there. But yeah, let's get this video going, man. Let's keep going. And we might cut this off a little bit short because you get the idea here. Raw&Uncut, raw reaction. OHTANI's gambling scandal. Yo.
Believe his story. It's like, which story? I can't keep track of which story to believe. And so when the story keeps changing, that tells me that none of them are the truth. We have not gotten anywhere near the truth of this story yet. And yes, it's all conjecture on our part right now. But listen, you've been around pro teams. Gambling is a thing. Like, these guys are kind of hardwired for it. So the idea that Shohei OHTANI would maybe be gambling on baseball, not remotely outside the culture of baseball whatsoever. And frankly, we don't know anything about Shohei OHTANI. It took an act of Congress to get the name of his flipping dog after he won the MVP award. And so for people to say he would never do this, how do you know? This guy's a cipher. We don't know anything about him.
How big?
And that is so fucking true. He's a cipher. We know nothing about him. We don't know anything about him, really, other than he plays baseball really good. Wow. Let's get back into this. Raw and Uncut coming at you. Raw and Uncut.
Do you think this story is going to get?
Oh my God, this is massive. This is potentially what everyone kind of thought maybe the Michael Jordan story was in the NBA, which has never been proven, but long assumed or long hypothesized that he was suspended for gambling. This would be the actual real version of that if, and this is the important question, Giles, does MLB really want to get to the bottom of it?
So that's the scary part here.
See, key phrase he said, if Major League Baseball wants it to be that way. See, if Major League Baseball wants it to go away, it's going to go away. Bet your bottom dollar on that. If they don't want it to go away and they want to get to the bottom of it, they will. This is just a distraction. Come on, he's a foreign player. He just went over to the Dodgers. He played for the Angels. He's in the National League now, you know, wearing Dodger blue. The camera's already on him and all this happens. You're going to tell me these motherfuckers didn't know not to be gambling in California like that? It's illegal? They didn't know that? Where I'm at in AZ, we can gamble all day electronically. I love it. If I want to put some money on the Lakers or something tonight, I do it. If I want to put some money, you know what I mean, over here, I do it. I love it. But this is crazy, bro. Like, what do you guys think? What should Major League Baseball do with this? What should they do and what are they going to do? And here's the thing. If they just try to make this go away and I'm Pete Rose and I'm standing off to the side over here and being treated like the fucking evil stepchild all these fucking years, bro, I start speaking up. I start speaking up because you got the greatest hits guy ever, the most hits in Major League Baseball history, and you got him dealing with the repercussions of betting on baseball over 30 years ago. Still deals with, damn. She must be growling because they're still trying to get her chi-chis. They're still trying to get milk, and the dog's got teeth now. But yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things like, whoa, come on, man. They ostracized Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle, a legend of Major League Baseball, for betting on baseball. And you got proof that him or someone connected to him, his interpreter that's like this with him everywhere he goes, $4.5 million to a bookkeeper, to a illegal sports bettor, sports betting guy, whatever he was, bookie. You got $4.5 million from his account directly to that. You've got it connected. One way or another, you got to investigate that. And if you're Major League Baseball and you don't, then you have a lot to answer for. But I think this is just another distraction to go along with everything else that's going on right now. The eclipse, Israel and Palestine, everything going on. There is so much shit. It don't stop. But that's why we are raw. That's why we are uncut. And that's why we are relentless and we're coming. Raw and Uncut reaction. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing and sharing. Hope you dug this video. Thank you for being here. We're going to catch you on the next one. We out.